watching Fox 10 Phoenix now.
National story centered on a Valley court case. We are headed back to court this morning for the Doomsday murder trial. Lori Vallow Daybell is accused of plotting to kill her ex-husband Charles Vallow for life insurance money.
So week 2 of testimony is just hours away from getting underway. So far, 12 witnesses have been called by the prosecution to testify. They include Kay Woodcock, which is Charles Vallow's mother and the ex-mother-in-law of Lori Vallow Daybell. Dozens more witnesses are expected to be called before it goes to the jury, which could take us several more weeks. Last week, we saw a number of true crime fans lining up early at the courthouse to try and get a seat inside.
Here because I've followed the trial since its inception, and I'm a true crime fanatic. And yesterday I sat through the trial all day. I went home and I listened to 4 podcasters that were here covering it, and news people, and I found out more details.
So a reminder that Vallow Daybell is acting as her own attorney in this case. She is required to wear a shock belt underneath her clothes, which is similar to a shock collar, which can deliver a sudden jolt just in case there are any disturbances or she tries to flee. Now, we are streaming the trial each day on our Fox 10 YouTube page. You can use the QR code that's there on your screen. It'll take you right to where you need to be. Also, don't forget that Fox 10's Justin Lum is providing live analysis of the trial each and every day.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job.
He sure
and
has
a lot of resources online for you as well. What is happening nationally in transporting illegal immigrants to El Salvador has a local connection here in the Valley. Vallow Airlines teaming up with the Trump administration to deport immigrants from Mesa Gateway Airport.
So these flights haven't even started yet, but the plane is already getting some pushback. Fox 10's Kinsey Beach joining us live with more on this. Good morning, Kinsey.
Yeah, good morning, Ty, Celeste. That backlash coming from 31,000 people so far. They're signing a change.org petition to boycott Vallow Airlines if they go through with these deportation flights. But Trump supporters say this is fulfilling a very big campaign promise. So right now at Mesa Gateway Airport, there are there's an area that's already mapped out near their air tanker base. It's marked as the future spot where these deportation flights will take place. One woman telling us she's a frequent flyer on a Vallow, and she's now saying that she's going to be looking for other airlines for future trips.
Will not be booking on a Vallow, unfortunately. It's convenient and it's been a great experience for me so far, but I can't support these ICE flights.
Vallow Airlines CEO Andrew Levy sending Fox 10 a statement claiming the deportation flights will help the company grow its service for passenger flights. Now, Vallow Airlines also saying this will create a lot of jobs. They're going to need more flight attendants for these flights. The job applications on their website, but the first flight scheduled for these deportations out of Mesa Gateway is scheduled for May 12th.
President Trump's tariffs were top of mind at a town hall meeting that was held in Tucson last night.
Senator Mark Kelly was there with his wife Gabby Giffords, along with Congressman Greg Stanton and New Jersey Senator Cory Booker. So the topics included immigration and tariffs, two of the big topics, of course, affecting Arizonans right now. Cuts to the federal government as well were a part of the conversation.
This is callous and cruel, and it also marks more of tyrannical societies than democratic ones that understand the importance of being there for all Americans, understanding that we're all in this together.
Lawmakers shared they won't support the current Republican spending bill without more safeguards for Medicaid as well as Social Security.
Well, American consumers are already seeing higher prices because of the new tariffs, according to some economists. Some shoppers have been noticing a new tariff surcharge on their receipts as well. Now, despite President Trump calling for a 90-day pause, customers are paying more for products that are made in China. President Trump announced his sweeping tariff agenda back on April 2nd, which he referred to as Liberation Day. The White House says tariffs will balance a long-standing trade deficit, while critics say the policy is just a tax on the middle class and poor.
So in Tucson, we take you down to southern Arizona for this headline. 2 paratroopers are expected to make a full recovery. Pretty scary landing that you just saw here on your screen. This is following an accident ahead of a baseball game. It was Saturday at Corbett Field. You can see the paratroopers, here it is again right here, flying into the stadium, each with a flag, and then slamming right into the ground. This was on Arizona Baseball Military Appreciation Night. So the paratroopers then were transported to the hospital. One hurt his shoulder, the other hurt his back. Still no word on what could have potentially gone wrong, but we are glad they're going to make a full recovery, but they are both injured this morning. The Department of Homeland Security says it's investigating Arizona's voter rolls to verify U.S. citizenship.
So Fox News reports that all 15 counties in Arizona will take part. It comes after a conservative nonprofit with ties to the Trump administration sued the state. The report confirms what Maricopa County Recorder Justin Heap said last month. But in the past several investigations costing taxpayers millions of dollars, well, has not led to finding any major election fraud.
We have this hotel fire that broke out, Motel 6 in Phoenix yesterday, 51st Avenue and McDowell, just north there of the I-10. At one point, the fire forced evacuations. Crews say they found the flames coming from inside the walls on the second floor of a hotel room. They cut their way through to put the fire out. No one was hurt. The cause is under investigation.
Meantime, a firefighter is recovering and 5 people are out of their house following a fire at a mobile home. This is near 19th Avenue and Baseline. Everyone made it out safely and the fire was contained to just that one house. However, one firefighter was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. No word on what caused that fire to begin with.
Crews also knocked down a fire at a storage yard in West Phoenix. Several units caught fire near Grand and Indian School. We're told one man was injured, but not by the fire. The cause is under investigation.
Tomorrow is tax day, which means today is the final full day to file your taxes.
Yeah, you sweating bullets yet?
You know what? I just had to write the check. So
if you fail to do so, pay those taxes, then you'll need to file an extension. And you may be thinking, okay, I'll file an extension. I want to make sure I get these numbers right. Maybe you're still meeting with your tax person, which maybe is that e-file program on your computer. So here's some tips before you file. Tax experts say double check your filing status. Don't miss out on deductions you're allowed to claim, so double check that. Make sure you have your routing and account numbers correct if you direct deposit your return, because you don't want that going to someone else. Also beware of scammers claiming you need to make payments to the IRS via gift cards or wire transfers. They do not take those type of payments. We want you to get all your money back. Happening this morning, country music fans, maybe you're kind of waking up out of that fifth wheel or that RV this morning in Florence and you're thinking, all right, got to clean up. We got to get home.
Time to head home. Country Thunder 2025 is in the books. The 4-day country music festival in Florence concluded last night. Bailey Zimmerman was the closing act this year. The event saw thousands of fans flock to Florence for music, dancing, food, and of course, fun and music. Saturday's headliner, Hardy, drew a big crowd. It was the country star's first performance since his wife gave birth to their first child. Today is moving day. Fans that camped out for the weekend will be packing up their trucks, RVs, campers, heading on out. So anyone needing to travel in the area, especially along that State Route 79, folks are saying there could be some delays out there.
Yeah, congratulations to Hardy and his family. He is kind of like a rock and roll / country.
Oh.
He opened for Morgan Wallen last year, and he is amazing and has a huge following. So safe travels back home, everyone. Thanks for sharing your money with our Arizona economy. We appreciate you.
All right, in Tempe, hundreds of bikers turning up to ride down Mill Avenue yesterday. This was all to highlight bike safety and sustainability. The Open Streets event was also honoring a person at the Tempe Bike Hero Awards, and this year's award went to a man named Stephen Gardner. He's a bike rider that works with advocacy groups to improve the bike riding experience in Tempe. He also helped introduce cycling safety education.
Someone who just loves cycling, it's so joyful when you're out on the street instead of being in a car, being connected to the world around you. So I try to embody that in everything I do every day. I try to bike everywhere as much as I can.
Open Streets events began in Colombia but have now spread worldwide, including, as you can see, look at that guy's bike.
Well, I was just thinking, that gentleman in the sweater, he's so happy. I love how I think it's because he spends so much time outdoors.
On a bike.
You know? There's all that sunshine feeding him. Yeah, so listen to this. Here is a story that is trending this morning. Retailer Unclaimed Baggage reveals the strangest things found in forgotten luggage. You know, there's millions of pieces of luggage that are lost every single year, all around the globe. And so this company, they take in the lost luggage that's never reclaimed, and they dig through it. So they're digging through your chonies. If your luggage is lost,
sorry, that was
hopefully
a loud
they're
laugh.
clean, unless you leave them in the last city you were in.
Yeah, well.
So each year they release their found report, is what they call it. This year's list included an Ice Spice Chia Pet. Remember the Chia Pet from Walgreens?
Oh, Ice Spice is that wrapper.
Yes.
Okay, now that makes more sense. Okay.
A cuckoo clock?
A cuckoo clock.
Cuckoo. I think that's spelled wrong. A cuckoo clock. A script from the 1985 film The Goonies. I bet
must
that
be
was
worth
good.
a lot, though, right?
Hey, you guys. That was such a great movie. A letter signed by Eleanor Roosevelt, dated 1944.
Wow.
She was one of the most, I was just reading something about her last week. She was one of the most historic and amazing first ladies our country has ever had. The company says it collected more than 2 million items over the past 2 years, and then eventually, you know, I guess they auctioned maybe some of those things off.
An all-female crew has successfully landed back on Earth after blasting into orbit earlier this morning.
Yeah, if you want it done right, just hire some females to do it. The crew included pop star Katy Perry, TV personality Gayle King, and Jeff Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez. Here's a look here at the moments. They exited the capsule after landing back on Earth. Many of them kissed the ground as they walked out in a hug there with Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos. If she looks familiar, she worked in Phoenix TV years ago under a different name. The rocket launched this morning from West Texas at around 6:30 our time. The women flew 62 miles above Earth. The mission lasted 11 minutes with a controlled touchdown in the Texas desert. Look at that. It looks almost like a movie set.
It does, doesn't it?
Very cool. So this was the first all-female trip to space since 1963. I'm sure they thought, am I going to make it back home? And what was that waiver? What did that waiver say?
Oh, yeah, I'm
had
sure
to
there's
sign?
a lot of signatures involved. But look at the windows. Isn't that kind of cool? Like, they must have had a spectacular view.
Yeah, welcome home, ladies.
How cool is that? All right, so maybe you're not going to space, but maybe you're going to the Grand Canyon. Just as nice, right? The national park just releasing its updated construction schedule. The big news, the Bright Angel Trail and Campground are set to reopen for visitors on May 15th, so mark your calendars. There will still be several closures, though, throughout the park. This is all part of an ongoing construction of the Trans-Canyon Water Line, which is a crucial water supply to both the community and for the visitors.